We've all ordered food delivery, late night cravings, pizza after a long day, or just too lazy to cook. But what if I told you that something as simple as ordering food could be the start of a goddamn nightmare? These are 3 terrifying real-life stories where a simple food delivery turned into something far more sinister. Welcome to holy fucking horror. It was a cold November night in 2019 when 23-year-old Tony went out for his last delivery of the night. A pizza, nothing special. He texted his girlfriend that he'd be home soon, just another night on the grind. But what Tony didn't know was that he was about to disappear forever. Tony's delivery was to a house on the outskirts of town, barely lit, far from any neighbors. Creepy as hell, but hey, he's just there to drop off the pizza and get paid, right? But when Tony never came home, his girlfriend knew something was messed up. His phone went straight to voicemail, and the pizza place he worked for hadn't heard from him either. Police found Tony's car abandoned on the side of the road. The pizza box still inside, untouched. No sign of a struggle, no clues, just gone. Weeks later, the house he was delivering to was found empty, abandoned for years. No one ever lived there. To this day, Tony's never been found. He's just another delivery driver who vanished on the job. Makes you think twice about that late night delivery, huh? Who knows where the hell that driver might end up? This next one is about a delivery driver who survived, but what they went through will make your skin crawl. In 2017, Emma, a part-time delivery driver, got an order for a quiet little neighborhood. Seemed normal enough. But when she arrived, something was off. The guy who answered the door, creepy as hell. He didn't say much, just handed her cash. But his stare, you know, that kind of stare that feels like someone's peeling your skin back with their eyes. Emma shook it off, did her job, and left. But that's when the real shit started. Later that night, she started getting texts from the customer. He must have grabbed her number off the receipt. At first, it was just weird messages like, "Did you make it home okay?" Or, "You look tired." But it didn't take long for the text to get disturbing. He started describing her house, the clothes she was wearing, and her freaking curtains. This creep had followed her home. Emma blocked his number, but it didn't stop. The next day, she saw him outside her house, just standing there, staring. She called the cops, but by the time they arrived, he was gone. Weeks of stalking, constant messages, showing up outside her house. This guy wouldn't fucking stop. Eventually, Emma moved, left the job, changed her number, everything. The cops never caught him, and the harassment just stopped. But the fucking damage was done. She still can't shake the feeling that he's watching her somewhere. You ever think about what the hell happens after the delivery driver leaves? Most of the time, you just tip them and get on with your night. But for one customer, the night ended in blood. This one's from 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic. People were ordering food left and right. But this guy, he ordered something far more sinister. The delivery driver, let's call him Jason, dropped off a meal late one night at an apartment complex. He texted the customer that the food was left at the door and went back to his car. But as he was about to drive off, something caught his eye. The door to the apartment was wide open. Jason saw a trail of blood leading from the doorstep. Inside, he hesitated, but fuck it, his gut told him to check it out. When he walked inside, what he found was straight out of a goddamn horror movie. The customer, completely fucking butchered. Blood everywhere. But there was no sign of a struggle, no sign of forced entry. The guy had just sat down to eat his food. And then he was ripped apart. Jason called the cops, but what they found only made the case weirder. The security cameras showed no one entering or leaving the apartment. No fucking murderer, just the delivery driver and a body. The cause of death? Unclear. Some say it was a cult killing. Others believe it was something supernatural, but one thing's for sure. No one ever figured out who or what did it. 3 food delivery stories that went horribly wrong. Makes you think twice about who's knocking at your door, doesn't it? Or maybe what's waiting on the other side. If you've made it this far, hit that like button. Unless you want your next delivery to be your last. And trust me, you're gonna wanna subscribe to Holy Fucking Horror if you wanna keep the darkness from creeping into your life. You never know what's out there, where horror isn't just a story, it's fucking real.